Hi, this is Spring, the fiber enthusiast. Welcome back for another stitch tutorial. Today we're going to learn how to make the 3 together double crochet cluster. Whew, that sounds like a mouthful, huh? Most people would commonly just say, a double crochet cluster. But I have seen where designers actually make the cluster stitch different. So I'm going to examine it with you and show you how to execute just your basic 3 together double crochet cluster. That is the most commonly used. So I have just a base row from my single crochet to double crochets across, just so that way I can show you how to accomplish this stitch. Now, since I'm going to be working on a pattern per se, I'm going to do a chain 3 on the side here, and then I'm also going to chain 1 more. And the reason is you skip your first stitch. Go into the next stitch by yarning over, inserting your hook into the next stitch, not the skipped one, but the next one. Insert your hook, yarn over, and draw up a loop. Yarn over and draw through 2. You now have 2 loops on your hook. We're not done yet. We got to do this 2 more times. Yarn over and insert your hook into that same stitch. Yarn over and draw up a loop. Yarn over and go through 2. You now have 3 loops on your hook. One more time. Yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, and go through 2. You now have 4 loops on your hook. Your first loop is that chain 3 on the side. That's where that's coming from, plus your chain 1. And then the next 3 stitches is your 3 double crochets. So now we want to crochet them together and create a cluster. But we can't leave this first one out because he's part of it too. So we're going to yarn over. Make sure you turn your hook towards your hand, away from the tops of the loops and the sides of the loops. That way when you go to pull your hook through those stitches, it goes through smoothly and doesn't hang up on your yarn. Okay, so now we're going to yarn over and chain 1. We're going to go ahead and skip that next space and work that again together. This is the double crochet cluster. So it's a 3 together double crochet cluster. Yarn over your hook. Insert your hook into this stitch, yarn over and draw up a loop. Yarn over and go through 2 loops. You now have 2 loops on your hook. Yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over and draw up a loop. Yarn over and go through 2. You now have 3 loops on your hook. One last time. Yarn over, insert your hook into that same stitch, yarn over, and draw up a loop. Yarn over, and go through 2 loops on your hook. You now have 4. This one is from your previous, your chain 1 space, and then your 3 double crochets. So let's yarn over, turn our hook down, and put them all together in one big old happy family stitch. Yarn over and chain 1, and then we'll skip the next stitch. And this one I am going to do without telling you, just showing you. We'll do the last one together. Okay, one more time. Yarn over. You're skipping that next stitch. Yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, draw through 2, yarn over, drop a loop, yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, go through 2, then yarn over and go through all 4, chain 1. And double crochet into this last stitch here. All right, let's take a look at what we got. And then you can see how pretty this stitch is. It can be used for blankets, hats, scarves, cowls, all kinds of different things. Cardigans, it's really interesting on cardigans. It's a nice, gives a little bit of a thicker area to the stitch. And you can do it without skipping that center stitch. And actually what it does is it pushes them together and makes it a tighter bond. So here's what it looks like. Stretched out a little bit so that way you can see the definition of the stitches. Okay. So that is your 3 together double crochet cluster. So that's it for today's tutorial on that. I appreciate you watching the video from start to end. And if you haven't subscribed, click the subscribe button and then the all notifications bell. That way you know each and every time I put up a new tutorial or video. Also, if you enjoyed this video, give it a like and a comment down below. Let me know if you learned your stitch from me. You can find all of my links for my Instagram handle, my Facebook group, and my email address. They are all found in the description box. Look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, be blessed and be a blessing.